So if you're running any ads on Facebook, highly recommend you stick subtitles on your ads. I think the reason this works, I always wondered about it. I'm like, is there really that many deaf people that are buying? Like, I know it's working, but and then I have trouble sleeping, and I don't do it anymore. It's a terrible habit. I used to be there in the middle of the night playing Candy Crush, and my wife's asleep next to me, so my phone's on silent, and you're watching ads to get extra lives and stuff like that, and I'm like, and an ad comes up with no subtitle, I have no idea what this ad's about. It's just some dude talking at me. Whereas if it has subtitles, at least I got a chance to get me, right? So that you'll see a nice little bump with putting subtitles on your ads. The other thing, so we do this on, I think it's more effective on YouTube. You imagine if you're doing pre-roll ads on YouTube, someone's standing there, they're watching your ad, they're actually engaged in your ad, and they're interested in what you've got to say. And okay, I'm interested, and it gets to the end, and what happens at the end of a pre-roll ad? It goes into the video that they originally clicked on, right? And so they might be engaged, they're engaged, your ad finishes, it goes in the video, oh, they're distracted. Now they're just watching the video that they clicked on. So what we do is we put a little 10-second countdown timer at the end of our ads, and it's nothing but 10, 9, 8. It might have a call to action on the ad, click to register for the webinar, and that's it, 10, 9, 8, 7, and you'll get a nice little 10% bump out of your ads for doing that. Something else we do is I call these Lego ads. So when I'm writing ads, instead of writing one long ad, I'll write my ads in sections. So my first will be a hook. That'll be the first sentence or two to grab attention. And then I'll have, I break it up, I call it a sizzle and an explanation. The sizzle's just kind of getting them excited about the future pacing, that sort of stuff. And then the explanation is, this is what you're going to learn on the webinar. And then the CTA, obviously, call to action. And then we have a post-CTA, which I'll get into in a minute. But if that's all too much for you, we're spending a lot of money on ads, so we can do all this different stuff. But if that's all too much for you, I do recommend that you at least do multiple hooks on your ads. So when you write an ad, you've written an ad, just write a bunch of different first two sentences. And then if you just do a bunch of different first few sentences, then when you put those ads together, you can make multiple ads. And this helps with two things. One, you don't really know what hook's going to convert the best. I've been doing this for a long time, and whenever I'm guessing at what's going to work out of two things, I'm wrong like 50% of the time. You may as well flip a coin. But the other advantage of it is even if you were right about the hook that you thought was going to work best, your ads will all fatigue. Every ad that you've got that you run, they'll eventually fatigue, the market's seen it, and you'll need a new ad. Well, this is a good, easy way to get to refresh your ads.